For a limited time only, any consultation that you schedule will get you a free membership in Easy Astrology Society Plus. Schedule in my Empower Hour, you get a 3-month membership. Empower Hour Plus will give you a 6-month membership. And if you purchase the Empower Pack package of 3 consultations, you get a free year's worth of membership. Easy Astrology Society Plus is my online Vedic astrology learning community where you get over 300 hours of Vedic astrology video courses, plus much, much more. If you're interested in scheduling, as long as the offer is listed on the page above, it's still valid. So life wants to have meaning, or rather, we want life to have meaning. I mean, just think, if life didn't have meaning, if we didn't feel that there was any purpose or passion or indeed any reason to get up in the morning, well, it would just be this like robotic lifestyle of doing the same thing day in, day out. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably going, well, sometimes my life feels that way. Precisely. But this particular new moon energy brings us into contact with a greater understanding of this particular complex and how we get into those patterns of feeling like life lacks meaning. So let's ask these questions of ourselves. So how many things do you have in your life that you really feel are completely life-defining? Maybe it's just one thing. Think of that thing in your life, that person in your life, that pursuit in your life that you feel really defines you. Now, I think you're probably understanding the root of the issue is, well, are these things defining us, or are we defining these things as something that defines us? And so when that thing, that person, that situation is no longer in our lives, or when that goal that we're striving to achieve comes to a close, what are we left with? Is there still meaning? Is there still a sense of purpose? Or do we kind of look at a goal that we've achieved or something that's come to an end and begin to feel like, well, now what do I do? Now who am I? Now what do I want? Where am I going? What am I doing? Life is so confusing. Or even worse, we end up in those positions where we just feel like we don't know what we're doing. We begin to feel like there's little reason for life. And so we need to kind of re-examine this concept in our day-to-day existence. Ideally, we need to not just define ourselves by something or someone external to ourselves, unless there is also a definition inside of us which is natural to who we are, right? Like, for instance, I'm an astrologer. I know that I'm really, really into astrology. That's a purpose. That's a drive in me. I know that that's something that, will always, be there. Why? Because I've achieved being an astrologer, and I know that I'm still interested in that, and that's something that really drives me. There's greater meaning. I have a drive to want to help people in their lives, right? So there are some things which were driven by an internal passion or an internal inspiration. And of course, we'll try to manifest those externally. And those don't leave us feeling meaningless, in about 90% of the circumstances. But it's when we're looking for meaning in life in something outside of ourselves without first defining who we are as deeply as we possibly can, because let's face it, it's really hard to feel like we know ourselves completely. Life is a continually unraveling knot where we're peeling away at layers upon layers of our being, continually discovering new things about ourselves. But ideally, we want to have embarked upon a path of self discovery deeply enough to know the things that give us meaning internally before identifying ourselves with those things that give us temporary meaning externally. Something in your life may be shifting, something that you had defined as something that defined you is changing. You are likely finding yourself in a position where you're no longer being fully defined by that thing, by that pursuit, by that goal, whatever the case may be outside of yourself. And ideally, you will get into a space where you're looking within yourself for greater meaning, for greater levels of self trust, for greater levels of self understanding, so that there won't be any ups or downs. Or if that thing, that person, that goal is coming to a close, you may already recognize who you are and know who you are, and you'll just shift onto applying that inner meaning onto a new circumstance, a new pursuit, shifting, evolving, and growing. But be careful what you identify with outside of yourself, unless you've first identified to a decent degree who you identify with inside. And if you could use a little bit of help with that process, once again, if you schedule any of my consultations, as long as you see the offer listed on the page, which I'll point out above here in a second, then you will get a free membership to Easy Astrology Society Plus, allowing you to learn Vedic astrology in an online learning community. If you schedule the Empower Hour consultation, you get a free 3-month membership. Empower Hour Plus, which is my 90-minute consultation, will get you a 6-month membership. And I have a couple of slots left for the Empower Pack, 3-package consultation, which gets you a year of membership. Thanks a lot for watching this video on the new moon in Shatabhisha Nakshatra, which takes place on the 20th of February, 2023. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.